Hey, out late but great. Now, it's been a while since I've done a video reply, a very long time actually, but I've been in video making mood lately, and I saw this week's topic, and I have a lot to say about this because I'm a huge fan of reality television. I live and breathe reality TV. I love it. I watch it like constantly. Now, my favorite show is Survivor, then Big Brother, then there's like so many other shows, but I like those competitive reality shows. But I also like watching the shows where people, talk about their lives and shows their lives and stuff like that. So, on the consensus of what everyone's been saying so far, in terms of reality television, gay lesbian people have not been portrayed in a nice light. Now, I think it's a double standard when it comes to the women, because I think with the women, they either have like a lot of like, I hate to I hate to use the word butch, but you have like manly women, but mostly you have a lot of feminine lesbians, like the lipstick lesbians. I know a lot of lesbians don't like to use that term anymore, but I can't help but say it. You have a lot of like lipstick lesbians that's on reality television, and they're feminine looking, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous, and they get shown on reality TV a lot. Now, in terms of the gay men, you got the stereotype. You have all these gay men always typecast. They always have to show the feminine gay men, and that's what everyone's been always talking about, is how all these shows typecast gay men, especially Big Brother. With Big Brother, if anybody's noticed, on almost every season, you have really feminine gay men on the show, particularly black gay men, who they seem to always cast like the past, like, I would say 10 seasons or 12 seasons that they had, at least 4 or 5 of them been cast black feminine gay men, and they're always portrayed in a horrible light. And it really pisses me off because I've been applying for Survivor and Big Brother for years and years and years, and every time I apply, I always tell them that I'm a gay man that's going to give you a different point of view. I'm not the stereotype, and I'm going to show something that reality TV doesn't show. And I guess it doesn't, fancy the producers because they don't want to see that. They just want to keep typecasting the same type of gay men. And with Survivor, they have a tendency to always cast a gay person to be like the villain. Richard Hatch won the first Survivor, and he was great. I loved his gameplay, but he was seen as a villain. And then seasons later, you had other bitchy queens that were seen as like the bad guys, the villains. You never seen a good gay man on Survivor, a fan favorite. You never seen like a good guy that was seen in a good light. You always had the gay guy as the villain that was always cunning and deceptive and like a liar and willing to like just backstab people. Like the gay men on Survivor have always been seen as bad, and it just pisses me off because I want to see different types of gay men. Now, recently on Survivor, a few seasons ago, they actually cast a bear, and he was going by the name Papa Bear. That was his nickname, and so that was the first time I actually saw a bear on a reality television show. But then I know most people, and this is like for the hardcore Big Brother fans, they talked about season 2, you have Bunky, who was a total bear, but he was a weakling because he was always crying every episode. He was weak and he was crying and this and that, and it was hard to watch him. But it just seems like with all the years of reality television that's been on, producers still seem to want to typecast gay men in that role of feminine, bitchy, evil, or they're just there for like the funny entertainment part. They're gonna be like sashay, Shantae, and like all this stupid shit. And I don't have a problem with feminine men because really, like, one of my favorite reality shows is RuPaul's Drag Race. I live for RuPaul's Drag Race. I love drag queens. But in that context of the show, of course, the men are going to be feminine, queenie, campy, and that's okay because they're all drag queens. That's expected to be. But with most like competitive reality shows, they gotta typecast all the gay men as feminine. And it's like when gay men apply to reality shows, we're all competing for one spot. And that's another thing. We all compete for that one spot. And what that one spot is going to go to the most outrageous, flamboyant gay man. And it pisses me off because I want to be on reality TV, and I don't have the opportunity to because it doesn't seem like the producers don't want to see my point of view. And it just, like, to me, it's like, reality TV just doesn't seem to want to change, and it just stays in like the same format. And we'll have like glimpses of other shows. Sometimes they'll show like masculine gay men, but it's very, very rare. And so that upsets me a lot. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that, because I know the consensus is like everyone's saying the same thing basically about how, you know, it's always feminine gay men on reality television, but with the women, they seem to typecast like really feminine, you know, beautiful, feminine women basically, and you don't see a lot of like manly looking women. I hate to use that word, you know, manly looking women, but you don't see like you know, the stereotype of a lesbian with a flannel shirt. You know, you don't see lesbians like that on television. So it just upsets me that we always have to have the same type of gay person on reality TV, and I wish it would change, but I don't see it changing anytime soon. So that's just my 2 cents on this week's topic on Out Late But Great. So that's all I gotta say for now. Peace.